So I just finished a squat session, and I know it's been a while since I've shared anything on this page, but I wanted to share that if there's one thing that you do to get faster and to jump higher, it's this. And I'm going to share it with you because if we go back to physics, it's very simple. We all learned when we were kids, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So, if you push against a wall, okay, all right, that wall is technically pushing back against you. If you push hard enough, or if you throw a punch, provide enough force, that wall may break, unless it's a brick wall or you're really, really strong. My point is, the harder of a force that you apply to something, the greater reactive force also happens. Now, nowadays, there's a lot of people, a lot of these speed camps, a lot of these speed coaches, and they're doing a lot of this BS ladder training, and they're doing a lot of this BS fast footwork type stuff, and they only focus on plyometrics. They only focus on jumping with their athletes. When in reality, yes, we may need to learn how to jump. We may need to learn how to land, but if you can apply a greater force against the ground, you're going to jump higher, and you're going to run faster. So, how do you apply a greater force? How you apply a greater force is you get stronger in the lower body. And the two best ways to get stronger in the lower body, in my opinion, for athletes, are improve your squat and improve your deadlift. If you look at the squat and the deadlift, what they are doing is you are applying a force to the ground to move a load or a weight that is greater than your own body weight. So when you therefore subsequently go and try to jump or push off of the ground and extend the legs and the hips in a horizontal, accelerating, running fashion, you will be able to apply a greater force, meaning you will have a greater reactive force and be able to get from point A to point B quicker. If it's basketball, you'll be able to get up to the rim quicker and get up over the rim. If you're a volleyball player, you'll get up over the net a lot easier and faster, and so on and so forth. So, how do you improve your squat, and what type of squat? I think the back squat is still the king, but the research shows that the front squat actually better translates to athletic performance. Another thing you need to improve on is your deadlift. I think most athletes, it's safe to use the trap bar, much safer to use the trap bar. You don't need to use a barbell. If you're a much younger lifter, you can use a kettlebell, but focus on speed of contraction. So when you push away from the ground, you push up with as much acceleration as you can. In your brain, you think speed, you think quick, you think accelerate, you think go, and you burst up away from the ground as fast as you can. Another thing you want to focus on when you're squatting and deadlifting is to have especially early in the off season when you're really training hard, is a very slow eccentric or a very slow negative. Why is that? We train the hamstrings, for example, when you lower yourself down through the full range of the squat, okay? Your hamstrings are your primary decelerators, all right? Your hamstrings are also 100% fast twitch muscle fibers. So what you're doing when you're lowering is you're loading up those muscles, okay? And another reason that's why I love the squat so much is because it trains the quads and the hamstrings together synergistically. So train the squat, train the deadlift. You can use a trap bar. And before you get to a squat, I would take 4 to 6 weeks and play around and work with the split squat. And more specifically, the front foot elevated split squat. One of my mentors, Charles Poliquin, was the man. He hammered that into his students, and it is a phenomenal lift. It improves, for most people, they need improved mobility at the knee and especially the ankle joint. So elevating that front foot will really help improve that split squat. Also, people, for the most part, have a dominant side and a subdominant or weaker side. So training unilateral or one leg at a time will actually help to balance out your asymmetries. So train the front foot elevated split squat, and there's various ways and forms to do that, dumbbells and cables and body weight, but train that for 4 to 6 weeks. before attempting your squat pattern. If you have to elevate the heels a little bit on your squat, you're welcome to do that so you can get all the way down, because we need full range of motion on that. And that's my tip. So if there's one thing you can do to get stronger, if there's one thing you can do to jump higher, if there's one thing you can do to run faster, listen to physics. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. If you apply more force, to the ground, you are going to jump higher. You are going to run faster. So what does that mean? It means you need to get stronger, especially in the lower body. That's it for now. Enjoy this. Go train hard, and we'll see you next time.